Back at it. Hyper Juken. Power Surge. Alpha Block Set 2. Out now. SavageChiselGames.com. Learn the rules. And you can print and play 2 sample decks. I believe Lucy versus El Eternal. Alright. Heads, Mark. Tails, D-Stinger. Tails, D-Stinger it is. Yeah, he's the one I'm most excited to play because D-Stinger has tokens. Let's do it. Alright. D-Stinger story. Hello. Okay, he has like a voice that sounds like one of the Transformers. Can't think of which one. Maybe maybe like that Raptor guy from Beast Wars. But anyway. Hello. I rely on diversion and alternative ways of attracting victory. In particular, the venom secreted by my stingers. Stingers. Oh yeah, he says stuff twice. Open with a dizzying strike, potentially a skull crush stomp. Then, once I've surmised that my opponent can no longer block in a traditional manner, shoot them with my stinger. If I have performed a delayed snap kick prior, I can increase the potency of my venom. Venom! I've been observing the Shizu and the bear quite closely. They have the ability to perform their maneuvers an extraordinary amount of times per round. They do this via breaking techniques, gaining mastery of their bodies. I think this would serve me well. The more times I can shoot my stinger, the faster my opponent goes down. Down! I've been thinking about altering the formula for my venom. Venom. I'm not sure how long it will take to develop, but I'm looking to make it cause either neurological or permanent damage. Alright, man, let's check that. I'm not sure how long it will take to develop, but I'm looking to make it. I don't know. Alright, yeah, that's the Stinger story. Alright, let's see how he plays though. D-Stinger, the deadly sting for justice. I am D-Stinger. About a year ago, I took notice of the supernatural occurrences taking place at Hyper Juken and decided to investigate by crashing the tournament. I waited until a large fighter named Satria went in to what they call hyperform. They jumped him. I was swiftly defeated. As I lie on the mat, I had a contract laid on top of me. I signed it, determined to defeat and talk to Ryoto. Since then, in the heat of battle, I've been noticing my normally yellow coloring turn green. Green. Alright, Hyper 9, you know it. I still didn't do the voice, but I did something though. You know. Alright, and D-Stinger himself. Burst Fighter, light, trigger. When you reveal a stinger shot from the top of your arsenal as combat damage from an attack, you may pay discard 1 to place it in your hand. Okay, get a stinger shot. I think his main thing is the stinger shot. So you get attacked and you got to discard a stinger shot. Then yeah, pay discard 1 to put it in your hand. When your hyper reaches max, pay max hyper and D-Stinger becomes a hyper fighter. And we have Hyper Fighter Lights D-Stinger. Hyperform. Looks like Kamen Rider. Looks like Venture Brothers though. Alright, Venture Brothers. Kind of like Dr. Venture, like the B guy. You know the B guy, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, trigger the Monarch. When your opponent becomes stunned, you may pay discard 1, search for a card with SIG, and place it into your hand. During your next action this combat, if you perform Stinger Shot, your opponent must pay X key to block it with a block card where X is its level. Trigger, when your hyper reaches max, you may pay max hyper to draw 1. Alright, I'm sure the Stinger Shot is the poison thing. Alright, and D-Stinger. Alright, first card, Opportunistic Form, the Kata card. So, of course, D-Stinger will go into the corner. And the 2 Kata cards that you choose to play, one of them has to be yellow, and then another one can be any other color, I believe. Or yellow itself. And yeah. Alright, the Kata cards, Opportunistic Form 1. Act, pay, discard 1 tactic card to target level 1 attack card with an original hit effect in your exhaust. Then pay its cost to perform it. When that attack resolves, if it would be sent to your key pool, send it to your exhaust instead. And the back of the cards. All nice. Right. And second card. Impact Form 1. Continuous. Your attacks with hit effects gain chip 1. When your attack with chip is blocked by a block card, it inflicts chip damage to your opponent equal to its chip value. Impact Form 1. Chip, even if it blocks, still gets the chip damage. I'm gonna put Mark over to the side. Alright, quick core strike. 0 drop, attack punch, and then attack. Lower your opponent's hyper 1, pal 2, and then hit. Remove the top 4 cards of your opponent's exhaust. Okay. Full art. Hata. Dizzying strike. This was a preview card of mine. 0 drop, attack punch, pal 2, hit. Your opponent discards a card at random and becomes stunned. Then, if they discarded the card, they draw 1 at the end of your next action this combat. When the player becomes stunned, their next action this combat ends as soon as it starts. Then they cease being stunned. Effects can't be used while stunned. 2 of them. Poor El Eternal getting stunned. Oh. Then we have Delayed Snap Kick. 0 drop, attack kick, 2 pal, trigger, key pull. When this card is sent to your exhaust, to pay the key cost of an attack, you may remove this card to have that attack gain attack. If you use this attack's original hit effect, you may use it a second time. Okay. Wata. Skull Crush Stomp. Loving this art. 1 drop. Attack kick. Pal. Attack. Raise your hyper 1. Combat damage from this attack can't be prevented. Hit. Your opponent discards their hand, then draws the same amount of cards. Okay, looking Venture Brothers. Then we have Stinger Shot, the main thing of the deck. 1 drop, attack special, signature D-Stinger, can only be packed by D-Stinger. 4 pal, precision, and attacks with precision can only be blocked by a block card from your opponent's hand, not the field. Attack, raise your hyper 2. Combat damage from this attack can't be prevented. Nice. Hit, produce 1 Venom token. When this card resolves, shuffle it into your arsenal. Venom token. Debuff. They stack, and then trigger at the end of each turn, inflicts 1 poison damage to your opponent. Yeah. That's how you do it. The Venom tokens. Venom, time to go get them, sign to go get them, blind to go with them. They won't even know what hit them when they get hit with the Venom. Alright. Yeah, that was Stinger Shot. And we got a Golden Diving Double Axe Handle. 2 drop, attack punch, 6 pal. Attack, raise your hyper 2. Hit, lower your opponent's hyper 2. Your opponent becomes stunned. When the player becomes stunned, the next action, this combat ends as soon as it starts. They then cease being stunned. Effects can't be used while stunned. In a full art. Looks like a wrestling move. Alright, then we got basic block. Keyhon block. Block. Target player raises. Target 1 player raise or lower their hyper 1. Okay, this sounds like a multiplayer card right here. Target 1 player. But maybe not. Maybe like if you need to be in a certain range, you'll raise, maybe you'll lower yours. Or you could just raise yourselves. Yeah. Alright, inside leg sweep, block. Block, remove the top 2 cards of your opponent's exhaust, lower your opponent's hyper 1. Okay, and the full art. Key swipe guard. Breaker block. Breaker may use only when this card is revealed from the top of your arsenal as combat damage from an attack. Prevent the next 3 combat damage your opponent's current attack would inflict. Then, if this effect prevented all remaining combat damage from that attack, inflict 2 effect damage to your opponent. Then remove this card. And that's the breaker. So if you get it as a breaker, then it breaks, it stops the damage that you're going to get. Breaker. Right, and last card, Salt to the Wound tactic. When your effect would inflict effect damage to your opponent, increase that amount by 2, and that effect damage is removed. You may pay 1 key to draw 1. Alright, Salt to the Wound for Luis. Alright, that's been D Stinger. I mainly want to play D Stinger basically because you get tokens with pretty much poison damage. 1 damage every turn. Stuff that you no longer have to work for, it just happens automatically. I like that. We'll be most likely playing D Stinger first. Alright, next video up, we got Mark the Grizzly Bear. Tune back in. Oyo Games. Like, comment, subscribe. Tuvok.